What is good, internet? Welcome back to the Kyba Corp. If you've been living under a rock for the past couple of weeks, then you don't know that Sony's about to set off Summer's Gamefest with their Sony State of Play coming to us next week on Tuesday. So I thought I'd do a little video of my top 5 wants that I want to see coming out of this next State of Play. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now, this list is not in order from things that I want to see the most to things that I want to see the least. This is just a list of games that I want to see shown at next week's State of Play. And if we get something Devil May Cry related, Devil May Cry 6, because we got a teaser earlier this year from the directors themselves with Everything Ivory in a Twitter post, and it made the internet go crazy. There's also been the animated series that's on Netflix that has been getting a lot of praise with season 2. I heard season 1 was really great. I heard season 2 is even better. I have yet to watch them, but I will get around to those eventually. I started playing Devil May Cry last year because I wanted to become a Capcom creator. It didn't really work out for me with that aspect, but it's all good. I still love Capcom games. Capcom is my favorite developing studio of all time now. They've been coming up with banger after banger, and if we get something Devil May Cry, I will be ecstatic and through the roof. A DMC 6 reveal trailer for a game coming out even next year. I know Capcom still has a lot of stuff that they have in the bag for us this year. We still got Onimusha coming out later on this year. We got the Monster Hunter Wilds DLC coming out later on this year. We got Monster Hunter Stories 3, which I played, which is actually pretty dope. There was Resident Evil 9 Requiem. There's so much stuff that Capcom has been doing, and if they do Devil May Cry 6, then they have me. They have me by the neck. If we see something Devil May Cry, that would be so dope at this presentation. I'm hoping for it. They did say that they want to start bringing back their old IPs and reviving their old IPs and stuff like that. We're getting Mega Man next year, which is actually pretty dope. But DMC 6, that's number 5 on my list. If we get anything from Devil May Cry and the producers of Devil May Cry, then I will be very happy to see that. Number 4 is going to be Infamous Remake or Remaster. There are rumors about a Infamous 1 Remake Remaster being in development, swirling in development. It was rumors, so take it with a grain of salt. I really enjoyed Infamous Second Son and Infamous 1 and 2 growing up as a young video gamer. So if we get anything Infamous Remake or Remaster, I know Sucker Punch is working on other games and other IPs right now, but a remake of one of PlayStation's one of their coolest IPs would be really dope. I know that a lot of companies are trying to bring back that lightning in the bottle aspect and bring back some of their older titles to get people back into loving video games again. But if we get something Infamous 1 or 2 or even Second Son ported to PlayStation or ported to PC, which I doubt they'll do it to PC. It's been almost 15 years since Second Son even came out. But if we get Infamous 1 Remake or Remaster, that'd be so dope. I remember playing that game as a young Kyba, renting it from Blockbuster and playing it on my PS3. That's how long ago that game came out. Blockbuster was still around. It's kind of crazy how I'm showing my age also. But Sucker Punch, they're doing other stuff right now with other video game franchises and everything. But if they go back to the drawing board and give us Infamous 1 Remake or Remaster, that'd be very dope. I would love to see that. That would be one of the highlights, in my opinion, if they do something like that at this presentation. So number 4 is going to go to Infamous 1 Remake or Remaster. While downloading these videos, I kind of figured out that this is going to be kind of a Capcom dominated YouTube video, because most of the games that I want to see in this presentation are coming from Capcom themselves. I want to see a Onimusha Way of the Sword release date. This game is still slated to come out sometime later on this year in 2026, and we've only seen, I think, 2 or 3 trailers from it. We saw the initial announcement trailer back at the Game Awards a few years ago, and then we saw a gameplay trailer and another character trailer, I think earlier this year, and they're still saying that it's slated for this year, 2026. People have been flown out to play most of the game, or play the first half of the game or whatever, and I watched all of those interviews and videos of people actually playing the game, and the game looks really dope. I'm sure it's pretty well along with development and everything, so we're probably going to be seeing it sometime soon, hopefully sooner than later. release date, release window would be really cool. Another trailer to show us more of the main character, more of the combat, or more of the gameplay of the game. I know it's a action RPG type of style game. I love these type of games. Like I said, this is gonna be more of like a Capcom oriented video because most of the games that I want to see coming out of the state of play are coming from Capcom as a developer. But Omnimusha Way of the Sword is number 3 on my list for games that I want to see at next week's Sony State of Play. A release date or release window would be nice if we get one of those. That's really all I really want to see. We don't got to see more of the game. Just a release date or a release window would be perfect for me. Earlier this year, I told myself I wanted to get into fighting games, specifically the arcade arena style fighting games. Games akin to Marvel vs. Capcom, Street Fighter, Tekken, stuff like that. The Guilty Gear, stuff like that. So my number 2 has to go to Marvel Token Fighting Souls. When we saw this game, I believe it was also shown at another Sony State of Play earlier in the year. And this game just made my jaw drop because it looks cool. I've never seen anything like this before in my lifetime of playing video games. They're adding a bunch of characters that are known from the Marvel franchise, some characters that are really deep cuts like Penny Parker. We know her from Marvel Rivals, but she's going to be in this game now too. They're adding Shuri Black Panther, which is actually pretty dope also. I'm wanting to see who else they add. Maybe some other X-Men are going to come into the game as DLC maybe. This is the year for fighting games for me. We're getting the Avatar fighting game later on this year also. The Guilty Gear 2.0 update just happened earlier this year. I'm getting back into that. I can't wait to play Marvel Token Fighting Souls and see what that has in store for us. We already know the release date is coming out in August. August 6th is the release date for this game. I can't wait to jump into another game in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and play this game. I'm excited for this one to come out. This one looks really dope. I'm hyped for it. Hopefully we get maybe another team announced at next week's Sony State of Play for Marvel Token Fighting Souls. If not, that'd be cool too. We already know a good bit about the game. We got a few teams that's already in it. Maybe they'll announce some other people coming to the game, or they'll even probably give us a announcement or release date for another demo. Maybe this one's going to be like an open demo or something like that. That'll be pretty cool. But number 2 is going to go to Marvel Token Fighting Souls. My number 1 is going to go to my favorite franchise of all time right now, which is Monster Hunter. I want to see an announcement for the Monster Hunter Wilds DLC at next week's State of Play. Hopefully we get it there. If we don't get it there, then we have to wait a little bit longer for Summer's Gamefest to actually kick off and we get it at the actual Summer's Gamefest presentation. But they've shown the other updates for Monster Hunter Wilds at the Sony State of Play, so why not show the DLC announcement here at this State of Play? I know Monster Hunter Wilds came out last year and it didn't like really live up to people's expectations because it came out very unpolished and kind of broken for some people. For me, I still enjoyed the game a lot. It's my favorite franchise of all time. I can't wait to see what we have in store for the DLC. Hopefully we get that announcement next week and we see where we're going in the new world and what monsters are coming to the game. It would be so dope. It'd be one of the hypest presentations ever if we get the DLC for Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm hyped. I'm excited. This is my number 1. I really want to see something from Capcom with Monster Hunter. Like I said, this was pretty much a Capcom dominated video because I want to see the Devil May Cry 6 stuff. I want to see Omnimusha get a release date. I want to see the Monster Hunter Wilds expansion release date. Hopefully we get it. If we do get it, then this will be arguably probably my favorite PlayStation State of Play of all time. These are my top 5 games that I want to see come out of next week's Sony State of Play. Let me know you guys' top 5 or top 10 or whatever. The presentation is going to be an hour long. It is going to start for me at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday. That is going to be Tuesday, June the 2nd. At 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys want to come hang out with me and watch my reactions on Twitch, I'll be streaming it on Twitch live. A link for you guys to check me out on my Twitch channel will be down below, and a link for you guys to check out in the description. Feel free to come hang out. We'll probably be doing just chatting all day. Excited for the news to come out. I'm hyped. I want to see what Sony has to offer and what these other studios have to offer. We still got a bunch of games coming out. This is just my list. Let me know you guys' list down below. There's still other games that are going to be coming out later on in the year that I haven't even remembered to put on this list, but these are my top 5. Like I said, let me know you guys' top 5 or 10 or whatever, how many you guys want to see, because it's going to be a pretty beefy presentation next week. Hope to see you guys in the stream. Also, make sure you guys believe in the heart of the cards. Stay easy, be breezy. Make sure you guys like, rate, comment, subscribe on this video. See you guys in the next one. Peace.